My name is Andrew Groh, and today we have Kristin Curcuru, Senior Account Manager with Becker Professional Education. Kristin, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
So let me ask, are there some other things that that you and Becker are working on right now and looking ahead to the future, whether it's pipeline-related initiatives, major changes to CPA exam review course preparation, things that you're thinking about or talking about? What are some things that you guys are working on that we haven't even talked about yet?
Yeah. So, of course, as an account manager, our role really is to build awareness of the not only Becker's review materials, but also the CPA license. And so we've really probably put a little bit more emphasis even than we have in the past of just partnering with different organizations.
We appreciate that, yes.
And prepared to do more, so just building awareness. And so I've personally done a few things with the ACAP program and building awareness on the accounting credential or CPA credential. And so there's been a lot of things that we've done on that end to try to help build that out. So
that's fantastic. What are some other things that you guys are working on?
Yeah, so when it comes to the technology side of things, we have really started to incorporate more of that into even just our review materials on the CPA exam. And so just giving exposure to the students. So one of the areas is artificial intelligence. So we started incorporating that into our course this summer. And so basically utilizing, as the students are prepping through the materials, as they're answering the questions, creating personalized review sessions based on the information they're providing. So it's really pretty cool to see that take place. But we've also started to focus on that on the continuing education side of things too. So offering certificates in artificial intelligence and focusing on courses in blockchain technologies, data analytics, and all of those types of areas.
That's fantastic, and certainly something that we hadn't chatted about yet, but a need there with all these technologies kind of hitting our profession and in short succession. Perhaps the idea that CPAs who may be listening to this podcast right now should consider retooling a little bit, depending on where they are on their career path. Certificates, other kind of online programs, in-person programs and initiatives, all fantastic things to think about, even if you're mid-career.
Absolutely. This is definitely, while we're primarily talking about those that are upcoming, this is affecting everyone. This is going to affect everyone. And it's an exciting thing, when you really listen to how it's going to impact the industry. It's really pretty cool. So, but it is going to impact everyone. So whether you're just thinking about sitting for the CPA exam at that point, or as you mentioned, mid-career, it's time to start preparing.
Well, that's
yourself.
Fantastic. Maybe another one or two quick questions.
Sure.
What is your annual kind of work cycle look like?
Sure.
What are you heading into now?
Yeah, so right now, putting a lot of emphasis on the universities, and so getting out to all of my university partners and talking with the students. So I do anything from classroom presentations to working with the school organizations like Beta Alpha Psi, Accounting Society, things like that, and just really getting them prepared. Now is also the time where there's a big influx in the number of test takers. So spring is when we have a high candidate number, and so I will be working with a lot of those students, both in groups, individual basis, and helping them get prepared, knowing what they need to do, how to get started. It's a little bit of an overwhelming process, that beginning part of how do I start the process, when do I apply,
Right.
How do I apply. So I have a lot of conversations with students at this point, calming them down and helping them through that process. So, and then I also work with a lot of the firm partners, as I mentioned too, and talking with their interns and uncertified staff, new hires, and kind of providing the same type of conversations.
That's great, and for years and years you've been doing a great job here. I know we try to share as much as we can that as a jurisdiction, Missouri's regularly one of the the top performing jurisdictions for first-time exam passers, and I think highest average exam scores. So whatever it is that you're doing, we're all doing here is working very well for our CPA exam candidates here in Missouri. Thank you for joining us for this edition of MOCPA Bar Talk. If you have any questions or would like to chat a little bit more about the issues that we discussed, just let me know. My contact information is below.